So this thing has become a problem. Hi there, welcome to the channel. For those of you that are new here, this is my 1981 TE71 1.6 SE Toyota Corolla liftback. And like I said, it's become a problem. As you can probably tell by its outward appearance, it is a shitbox. And those of you that have been following along might have noticed that it's a bit less rough than it was the last time you saw it. That's because I've gone and spent a bunch of money on it. And as per my original plan, spending money on it is sort of the exact opposite of what I was planning to do with this thing. The original plan was just to sort of use it until I could no longer use it. Yeah, I drove it once and immediately started doing upgrades. Okay, so with regards to that, I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown of everything that I did to this thing off screen. But before I do that, I'm very sorry for not recording any of it. I just sort of didn't record it. That's all there is to it. I replaced the old aluminium carb head with some nice silicone hoses from FTF. I installed a catch can, new radiator, new clutch master cylinder. The rear brakes were completely redone, new shoes, new slave cylinders, the works. I finally got the bucket seats installed. I finally reinstalled the rear window, a fresh steering wheel, gear knob, and gauges, as well as an airbox with a filter. And if you didn't already notice it, I had a half cage installed. I also no longer have to hotwire it to start it. I put in a starter button with the starter relay, and now I can just start it from the driver's seat, which for this car at least is super duper cool. And then one evening I also got bored with a can of spray paint, some pinstriping from Midas, and more spray paint. And after all that, I went driving with it again, and now I actually have taken quite a liking to it. So I actually want to make it a little bit less shitty because I don't know, that's just the weird way my brain works. And luckily I had a few more parts in storage. Also, there's more where this came from. I've got a front wiper valance, a dash pad, which is a bit worse for wear, but at least it exists. And I've got a fresh driver side fender, fresh-ish at least. Which actually kind of sucks because out of the two fenders that are currently on the car, the passenger side one is definitely a bit more ruined than the driver's side one. And some of you already noticed the overbite it has developed. I may or may not have slightly crashed it a little bit. And I've also got a few other things to do other than just installing those three parts. I've got some rust reformer, or rather my favorite Rust-Oleum paint over rust. I've gotta hit some spots with that just for my own mind's sake. I've got a piece of Perspex lying over there. I need to replace these windows because I want to cut holes in them so that they're a bit vented, because this thing gets a little bit hot in the sun, so I just want some sort of ventilation through the cabin. I need to tidy up the wiring a little bit. I do mean a little bit because there's nothing really wrong with it. It does look bad, but it's not exactly a rat's nest. There's not much nest to be ratty. I mean, come on, the only wires you can really see are the plug leads, which are the incorrect ones, and the wires for the sensors, for the gauges. I want to give it somewhat of a face again, so I want to put something in the grille that at least resembles lights, so it just looks empty, like there's just a hole, and I want to fix that. And then last but not least, believe it or not, I can actually strip this thing out even further than I already have, so I think that's going to be fun. Definitely the most fun part about the operations I'm going to embark on in this video. Embark on operations. That's such a weird way to say that. So yeah, I guess let me get started, hey. But before I do so, please like the video, leave a comment, and if you'd really like to, subscribe to the channel. One problem with rally cars is dust gets everywhere. I'm now positively filthy. Okay, the windows are out, but let's put a pin in those and move on to some stuff that's going to be quicker and easier, at least relatively speaking. First up is going to be this windshield wiper, whatever you call it, valance, because it simply clips in place with a handful of these little guys. So all I really have to do is pop it in there, slide it underneath the bonnet, get it over the studs for the wipers, like such. Now it's kind of sort of where it's supposed to be. And then you just need to install the clips. Now this valance has 6 of them and they're super duper fiddly, so I quickly put them in off camera. But I did notice something and I'll share that with you guys right now. Now imagine this is the hole in which you need to put your little clip. Now to get this in, to get the correct leverage on this without pressing in this little button, because once that button is in, this thing ain't going nowhere. It's not gonna come out. It's gonna be pretty much set in stone. I've noticed that using a 7mm spanner and just sliding it over there and pressing on it allows you to really get good leverage on it and pop them in first try without accidentally pressing that down and making your life a whole lot more difficult. Yeah, I really need to invest in a proper wireless microphone, because this thing has 6 meters of wire attaching it to my phone, and it's so fiddly and annoying and all over the place, and it's always bundling up and bunching up and going into knots and shit. It just makes the recording process a little bit more dreadful. So I think I'm gonna ditch this for now. And yeah. Okay, next up, this thing. Some real top shelf workmanship that went into the paint on this thing. Oh my gosh. Look how bad that is. It's just all body filler. Luckily, the worst thing that ever happened to this Fender was an angsty pit bull that sort of chewed the guard right there. Don't know if you can see it on camera. Oh, this even fits better. Oh gosh, that looks so goofy. I love it. Let's quickly grab this. Yeah. Probably could have and should have given the dash a bit of a clean, or at least wiped it down before I installed it, but it is in, it is solid, and it's pretty on brand with the rest of the car, by which I mean it looks like absolute dog shit. Yeah, I think about that's where I'm going to start ending the video. Dash is in, windows are out. I'll be cutting the perspex in the next video, installing those windows. I need to go buy some silicone. I need to go buy some more bolts for the Fender, so I can probably fasten them. I was finally able to find and install the hood release latch, so that's nice. That really is it. But before I end the video, I feel like I need to address something. Lots of people have asked me, not on here, just in person, on forums, on WhatsApp groups and whatnot, why did I go with the 36 DCD Weber carb? They don't perform so great, they're terrible on fuel once the secondary opens at least. And well, quite frankly, there were better options. I could have gone with a side draft or 2 side drafts or even a 38 DGAS Weber carb. But let me show you guys exactly why I went with the Weber carb. Not the Weber carb, there are many Weber carbs. Why I went with the 36 DCD. Just so nobody tries to call me out, that's cold, see, exhaust, cold. This is a proper cold start. Make sure it's out of gear, ignition on, because that's how this still works. For some reason I got to turn the lights on, and it just works. It was completely cold. I didn't have to give it gas. I didn't have to use the choke. And it's idling. It's just happy. It's just alive. Okay, while the Corolla is idling in the front yard, I thought I'd give you guys a quick little update on the backyard cars, i.e. the Opel and the Hilux. Progress will be coming on the Opel, I promise. I don't know, I've just been sidetracked because I've been so enthusiastic about the Corolla because it works, it runs, it drives, it works, and it's a whole lot of fun. Anyways, and there's the Hilux. Lots of cool stuff to come for the Hilux. I got some brand spanking new Toyota OEM parts for that thing. I got some super rare, new old stock modification parts for it. Lots of cool stuff. And let's just say that one of those cool things has to do with this hunk of metal over here. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. You guys are going to want to stay tuned because some cool stuff's gonna happen and some cool stuff is on the way. This is just, oh gosh, this is just the most fun thing ever. Anyways, let me know what you guys want to see more of. Let me know what you guys want to see less of. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.